COVID-19 or coronavirus is here. So it's important to have the correct information at hand, like knowing the symptoms, a high temperature, a cough, shortness of breath or breathing difficulties. If you have symptoms, self-isolate to protect others and phone your GP. Visit hse.ie for updated factual information and advice, or give us a call. Protection from coronavirus. It's in our hands.
When you're coming to St. Luke's Hospital, you will be coming to the main entrance. You take the entrance 3 access and you can park the car in the car park. This door is open from 7 a.m. in the morning until 9 p.m. at night time. When you enter the hospital, always sanitize your hands and follow the markings on the floor until you get to a circle just prior to the cafe. If you're going to the antenatal clinic, follow straight through following the floor signs. Take a left to the antenatal department, check in with the receptionist and take a seat in the waiting area. Always observe social distancing. Midwife will call you for your appointment to be seen either by the doctor or the midwife. If you need to have bloods taken, you need to follow the signs to the phlebotomy department, which is on the first floor. You take a ticket when you get there and take a seat and wait until you're called. Always observe social distancing. For a fetal assessment scan, you come up to maternity floor, which is the second floor. Once you exit the lift, you take a right and straight ahead there is the fetal assessment unit. Reception area is on your left and receptionist will look after you there. If you're referred to our obstetric assessment unit, maybe from the clinic or by your GP, or for preparation for cesarean section, once you come to the maternity unit, you take a left and the obstetric assessment unit is on your right hand side. If you're coming in labour, if it's during the day, you can come to the main entrance. You can follow the arrows to the circle on the floor. If you're coming in between 9 o'clock at night and 7 o'clock in the morning, you need to come through our emergency entrance, which is through entrance 2. This door is open 24/7. There are wheelchairs available at both entrances. Whichever entrance you come through, you'll be coming to this area. You follow the sign on the floor and the arrows that will bring you to the main part of the hospital and all the wards. Anytime that you enter the hospital through any entrance, always sanitize your hands and always observe social distancing throughout the hospital. Once you come to the lift, you come up to the second floor to maternity. When you exit the lift, you turn right and you follow the signs for the labour room. There are 2 admission rooms where we can assess mums to see at what stage of labour that they are in, assess mum's health, assess baby's health, and from there we decide if you're going home, if you're going out to the ward, or if you're being admitted to the labour ward. After the delivery of your baby and yourself will be transferred to the postnatal ward to be looked after by the midwives there. Good evening, you're very welcome to our labour ward. This is one of 3 rooms. If you're in this particular room, this curtain here will be pulled so nobody necessarily knows who's in any of the other rooms. Armchairs here for mum to sit in early labour if she wishes, or partner can sit in it as labour progresses there also. This particular pump here will be used if your labour needs to be induced, where a drip would be put up with a drug in it to bring on your contractions. And just because it's here doesn't necessarily mean it is going to be used. Birth ball is here, so if mum wants to sit in it during labour, we can leave it beside the bed. We can adjust the height of the bed to whatever is comfortable for you there also. Just because the bed is here doesn't mean that you have to use it. You can adjust the height of the bed. The back part can go up here to whatever is comfortable for you. lower part can be adjusted there also, and can actually go down into like a bit of a chair. So for the pushing stage, sometimes it's like mums can use like a squatting position. So just to let you know, the bed can be adjusted for mum's comfort. How we monitor mum's health in labour is to monitor baby's heart rate. Now, if everything is normal throughout the pregnancy, we may just listen into baby's heart rate every 15 minutes. This is what we call innards. Otherwise, we might just use a sonic aid, and we can listen in every 15 minutes. We can use it when you're standing also. You don't necessarily have to lie on the bed. However, if we have to monitor baby's heart rate continuously throughout the labour, there's two parts to our monitor. Top part will monitor contractions, lower part will monitor baby's heart rate. And these are kept in positions with straps like this. Okay? All forms of pain relief would be Entonox. This is piped into our labour wards, ready to go all the time. The mouthpiece here would be attached to it, and all mum has to do is just to hold it. You would be instructed in using it when you're actually in labour also. When you're using it, it makes a noise like this. So if you don't hear any noise, you're not going to be getting anything from it. Other forms of pain relief would be the epidural, probably what most people have heard about. So if you're using the epidural, this machine here will monitor the rate of medication is given at there also. When you have an epidural, you won't be able to get out of bed, but you will be turning every hour from side to side. So sometimes we use this particular ball called peanut ball, which you can rest between your knees just to make that little bit more comfortable there also. Ideally, one midwife will be looking after you in labour, but if we're ever out of the room, there is always a call bell. So don't ever feel that you're on your own. Okay? And if the labour ward is very, very busy, that just might happen for a very short while. Delivery trolley, basically all that's in the delivery set. Sterile hose, clamps to clamp or scissors to cut the cord. Okay? Otherwise, anything else has to be added to it. Now, normally for the times that are in it, we do have to get dressed up for the actual birth. So normally we would be using an apron. Also, we would have goggles. And we would also be wearing masks throughout the labour also. So when you see us getting dressed up, you know that you're very, very close to meeting your baby at that stage. Normally one midwife would be looking after you in labour, but when baby is very close to coming, normally at that stage we would call in a second midwife. So normally there may be just two midwives looking after you in labour. If we need any help or assistance, we call a doctor at any time. Next here is what we call the resuscitator. Ideally, when every baby is born, he or she will be delivered up onto mum's tummy, left with skin-to-skin contact for up to 60 minutes. However, if he or she didn't need any assistance with their breathing or didn't cry as quickly as we'd like them to, we just have this ready. There's heat, light, suction and oxygen. Just when we turn this on, it just checks it out. So basically we have everything ready if it's needed. But ideally every baby will be delivered onto mum's tummy and left there. Baby will be weighed before he or she leaves the labour ward, just the weighing scales here. Lights here, if mum needs any stitches after baby is born, we just have to make sure that everything is repaired properly. So these lights will just be given that bit of extra light. Just because the equipment is here doesn't mean it's going to be used, just to be aware that if it's needed, it is here. So hopefully this will, hopefully this tour will make your experience more enjoyable and you will feel more confident coming in to have your baby. Thank you.
Nature has been researching your milk for hundreds of millions of years. The composition of your milk is alive and changes throughout the day, the night, the months, and the years to meet your child's needs. Your milk contains stem cells. These are cells that create and repair the body and are being researched worldwide to cure conditions like Alzheimer's and diabetes. Your milk contains components that kill cancerous cells. Your body identifies bacteria and viruses found in your baby's body and environment. You then produce antibodies specifically tailored to those infections and deliver them to your child through your milk. Your milk appears to switch on a gene in your baby's body, which produces a hormone called leptin. This hormone tells your baby when his tummy is full, protecting him against overeating. Your milk contains oxytocin, a hormone that induces relaxation and feelings of well-being in your child and in you. It's all in you. Human milk, tailor-made for tiny humans. you.